Hey everybody, it's David again, and this is my report speech. While doing this report, I found it was really difficult for me to find a specific culture that I really fit into. With all the varieties of cultures that one can fit into and the multitude of ones that one can fit into, I found it increasingly difficult, yet again, to fit myself into one specific culture. Because I did some research, I found that I kept fitting myself into one specific culture. And no matter how I went about it, in trying to place myself into one culture or another, or into various cultures, I always ended up back into the same culture. And needless to say, I'm in full swing with the technology culture. Now you may be asking yourself, what exactly is the technology culture? Well, think about it. For thousands and thousands of years, humans have been advancing with everything. And with every era that we enter in, we advance a little bit more. So, needless to say, I'm in the technology culture. But there are three main points that I want to talk about today that I feel reinforce why I fit into this culture. And those points are the internet, advances in medicine, to be more specific, advances in radiation therapy, and advances into my job. First of all, what is the internet? We all should know what it is because we're taking an online course. At least I hope so, right? Well, if you're not 100% sure what it is, I have a quote that should help you have a better understanding of what the internet is. Okay. The internet has revolutionized the computer and communications world like nothing before. With the invention of the telephone, the radio, telegraph, and various other computer systems, it has had an unprecedented effect on our society as a whole. The internet is at once a worldwide broadcasting capability, a mechanism for information dissemination, and a medium for collaboration and interaction between individuals, no matter the geographic location. And that was a quote that was put out by the International Society of America. The reason why I feel that the internet is so important to me is because it has affected me in a personal way. In 2001, when I joined the military, after boot camp, I got my first duty assignment, and that was to Okinawa, Japan. So needless to say, I wasn't able to call my family or speak with my family on a daily basis. Well, with the internet being readily available to me, it allowed me to communicate with my family via email. So, on those events that I may have missed, may or may not have missed, or any situations that I needed to deal with my family, I was able to do it through email. And with the advances over the past few decades, it also allowed me to be part of family events such as family reunions or birthday parties via webcam. So with this advancement, it gave my family and me a sense of being with them when they miss me the most. So needless to say, the internet has played a vital role in my life. The second part I want to talk about are the technological advances in medicine. Radiological medicine to be specific. For the past few decades, there have been huge advances in radiation therapy. According to an article put out by cancer.gov, author Collier explains radiation therapy can be used to kill cancer cells or cancerous tumors. While, yes, there are side effects of radiation therapy, I believe that the benefits outweigh the negative effects. The reason why I feel this technological advance is so important to me is because, yet again, it's affected me in a personal way. A few years ago, before I joined the military, my grandmother found out that she had cancer, and she was suffering from a fast-paced cancer called small cell carcinoma. The doctors told her she only had a few weeks to a few months to live due to them finding it so late. They gave her the option to do radiation therapy even though they told her it may not have any effect on her. Well, being the strong-willed person that she is, she's decided to go ahead and do it. Again, with the advances with this type of therapy, it actually increased her life to where I was able to say goodbye to her before she passed on, before I joined the military. So yet again, it had a huge personal effect on me. The last point I want to talk about are the advances in my job. To be more specific, thermal imaging. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's technology that has actually been around for many decades. In an article put out by Bullard, which is a leading manufacturer in thermal imaging and what my department uses, it's a capability that's been around since the 1960s, around the Vietnam era war. It was originally found in missile systems and guidance systems for the military. So they quoted that when the technology first came out, it wasn't available to the public due to its military application. So it actually had a clearance on it for you to even look at it, because it gave the military an advantage over its enemies. But today I actually have an example of what a thermal imager does. And what it does is it can see all spectrums of light. So it can pick up on infrared and UV spectrum. What our main application for it is if we go into a fire where it's a smoke-filled atmosphere and we can't even see our hands in front of our face, it allows us to see through that smoke and give us a good, clear picture of what's going on. It can help us find victims, or it can help us locate fires. And here's a quick demonstration. You're actually going to be looking at me, and you're going to see a big white spot, and that's going to be me, and it's picking up on my heat signature. And it just gives you a basic understanding of how we use these thermal imagers. As you can see, this is me talking. I know it's kind of weird, but this is pretty much the simplest application of how it's used and what we use it for. So now you can see why it plays such a big role in my life. Finally, I've given you 3 points on why I feel I fit into the technology culture. I believe it has benefited us as a society as a whole, and I believe that we're going to continue to advance into the future. If you're not part of this culture, I invite you to become part of it today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, because as always, I know I did. Good luck to all of you, and have a great day.